Hey everybody, it's me, Jose Segura, your SMEA president. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat with the President. Try to make this a quick one. So tomorrow is Monday, today's Sunday. Tomorrow we're entering into our fourth week of school closure. I know it seems like a lifetime, but this is going to be our fourth week of schools being closed. Now that we all know that our schools are going to be closed to the end of the year, we get to just kind of hunker down and focus on what does our flexible distance learning look like, and how are we going to get ourselves from here to June 5th. And so, anyway, entering our fourth week of school closure. I mentioned this in the last FAQs, but I thought I would do this on video also. As of right now, we don't have a lot of answers when it comes to how do we close out our school year in this new environment. And things like CUMES and grades and students' desks being cleaned out and all these other things you can think about that we usually do during those last few days of the school year, and of course that last day that we get in our contract for without students to close out our year. Well, it's going to be different this year, and we don't know how it's going to work yet. Your association, SMEA, is communicating with the district. We're having those conversations about, well, how do we get through the end of this year in a way that makes sense. And I'm going to repeat this again. We don't have any answers for, well, how do we start the next year up, right? And mostly because we really don't know what next year is going to look like. We have no idea when these stay-at-home orders are going to be lifted. We don't know when it's going to be safe to put 30, 35, 25 kids into a room for hours on end, 300 kids into a cafeteria, things like that. And we don't know when that's going to happen. And so I appreciate the questions about end of the year, clean out your classrooms, putting hand sanitizers, do we get sinks in those classrooms without sinks for washing hands? Those are all great questions. We just don't have answers to any of that right now. But as soon as we do, we'll let you know. So I want you to just be reassured that when I have information to share, I will definitely share it with you all. All right. Next thing I want to talk about was a change in this FAQ schedule. So we started out the first couple of weeks with just a running single document. We just kept adding each day's FAQs to, along with videos and updates. Last week we switched to chunking this into weeks at a time, which we're going to do this week. But starting this week, we're going to reduce the number of FAQs that are sent out. So instead of doing it every day, 6 days a week, we're going to cut that in half and do it 3 days a week. So you can expect an FAQ update from me on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, we will be sending out the FAQ updates along with any announcements that need to be made, and of course any videos or video links or information that you have. Now, of course, if something dramatic occurs that you all need to know about right away or that we really need to share with you, we will definitely put that out, in a quick turnaround on whatever day of the week it happens to be. But as far as regular communications with you all, same time, 4 o'clock, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Next thing is Teacher of the Year. A lot of you, I think 11 or 12 of you, have turned in your Teacher of the Year through the Google form that we created. Thank you. Those of you who haven't done it yet, I understand you got a ton going on. But if anywhere between now and let's say beginning of May, your site can work on determining who your site Teacher of the Year is, that would be super, super awesome. We really want to make sure that we have somebody selected for each school site so that when we do have an opportunity to bring back our recognition event, and our dinner is canceled for this year, but it's postponed so far for this year, but we will have an opportunity to recognize those folks. We want to make sure that we have somebody from each site to really to recognize and to celebrate. And so if you haven't done it yet, please try and get your site Teacher of the Year nomination voting complete and get those submitted to me by the end of April. Thank you for that. And then let's see, what else? School board meetings. So usually school board meetings are live streamed by us, by association, right? It used to be with Bamboozer, then we tried it with YouTube for a while, and we've switched over to Facebook, which has been our format for the last several months. Well, the school board meeting this week and for the rest of the foreseeable future will not be conducted in person, right? So I won't be able to be there to actually live stream it to you. The district, however, is going to be providing a live stream version of our school board meeting. And so in the announcement portion of the email that this video was attached to, you'll see links that were sent out by the district. There's a link to watch the live video, and of course when you click on that link there's nothing there because it's not being sent out live. There's also a second link that you can submit a statement. So usually we have public comments at the beginning of the school board meeting. People can get up for 3 minutes and talk about whatever they want, right? And so because there won't be a live in-person version of the school board meeting, you can submit your statement, and then your statement will be read aloud through the virtual medium that the school board meeting will be held. And so if you want to submit comment, you want it to be read aloud, please click on that link and make that happen. Again, the link for the live feed of this Wednesday, April 8th, school board meeting, which starts at 6 p.m., that link will go live a few minutes before 6. And so if you want to watch that, that'd be awesome. So a couple of things that are going to be at that school board meeting and that event. Number one is the naming of the new school. And if you take a look at the announcement section of the email that I sent out to you, there's actually a screenshot of what the 3 top names are for the new school. So take a look at that. There's the name, there's the proposed name, as well as a description of why that particular name was submitted. These are the top 3 that the naming committee is presenting to the school board. The school board can vote for one of those 3, or they can ask the naming committee to go back and give another shot. So that's going to be happening at this week's school board. So that'll be pretty exciting, right? Those of you who are transferring over to the Measure T school, or just if you're just curious about what the next school name is going to be, it's probably going to happen at this Wednesday's school board meeting. And let's see what else. Oh, the next school board meeting, as most of you know, that Melissa Dutra, who came to us this year as a replacement for Olivia Bolaños. When she retired, she came in as the director of curriculum, which then changed to the director of teaching and learning. Well, she has been promoted to the assistant superintendent of instructional services, which is currently being held, that job is being held by Mark Mueller, who is retiring at the end of this year. And so that leaves Ms. Dutra's position available. Well, the district has hired a new person to fill that spot, to be the new director of teaching and learning, and her name is, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I think it's Kara, I wrote it down, but I don't. Anywho, Kara Kopecki. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But she is a principal at Loomis Grammar School in Loomis Union School District, and her name is going forward to the board on Wednesday for final approval of her assignment to that position. So a couple of things that are happening on the school board meeting on Wednesday, so please tune in for that. That's it, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you for everything you're doing. It's going to be rainy today, Sunday, and good part of this week, so kind of hunkering in at home, and the next time I have a reason to stay in, right, because it's raining. But anyway, thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate all that you're doing, and keep up the good work. And please, if you have any concerns or questions, you know how to get a hold of me.